Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Empowered Pause. I am your host, Rachel Chinoa J. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Before we get started, again, as usual, I just want to give you a little bit of background information about the Empowered Pause and Speak Initiative, who sponsors the Empowered Pause. Speak Initiative is a nonprofit organization, excuse me, committed to combating the rise of suicide in our communities. Speak stands for suicide prevention through empowerment, action, and kindness. And of course, as you can see by the banner below, if you can follow us on all of our social media platforms, that would be great. And we appreciate your support. So, our kindness philosophy is where the Empowered Pause is hosted. And under the Empowered Pause is just the idea where we can take at least 10 or 15 minutes each week live here on Facebook and on YouTube to check in with each other, to see how your week is going, to see if there's anything that has come up that could be helpful or something that someone wants to share, to offer some encouraging words or empowering words or words of advice to get you through the week, or just actually just space to be held for a few minutes where you don't have to do anything but pause, right? So that's what the Empowered Pause is about. Today's topic is be true to yourself, or as I like to say in the old Shakespearean way, to thine own self be true, right? Now, how does that look when you're talking about your mental health care? To thine own self be true. You have to be you. You have to accept yourself with all of your bags, your pluses, your minuses, your ups, your downs. Be yourself, especially when you're talking about your mental health care. A lot of us have been put in a position where we have to mask and we have to hide and we have to, play a game that sometimes is harmful to us in certain situations. And you may not be able to recover or be in that situation in a healthy way, let alone recover from something like that, right? Well, part of being true to yourself is to ask for help. When you know that there's something overwhelming and you just are not feeling great, asking for help is being true to yourself, right? Another thing you can think about is being accountable to yourself, right? The things that you know that you need to do for yourself, those healthy habits, those things that you put in place for those self care practices. These are the things that you should give yourself to maintain your mental health and be accountable to yourself while you're doing so. Put yourself, and you're accountable to other things in your life, whether you agree or not. You may have a job or you may have children. You have to be accountable to those things. But when you are talking about being true to yourself, be accountable to yourself as well. Take those moments that you need for your self care. Be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself. Be positively intentional with your language when it comes to you, right? Don't downplay your strengths in situations where you know that you're good, right? You know that you can do certain things. You know that you have talents and skills and blessings and all of these beautiful things that make us up as human beings. Don't downplay your strengths for someone else, right? Yes, we want to make ourselves feel good. We want to make our loved ones feel good, but we always want to be true to yourself, true to the people around you, because if you are true to you, then it naturally follows that when you will be true to others as well, right? Another part of being true to yourself is taking the time to ask yourself, what do you really want? What are those dreams? What are those things that are in your heart that are holding you and that keep coming up, but you haven't addressed yet, that you haven't even explored, that you haven't given yourself the opportunity to think about, that you've talked yourself out of? You say, I'm never going to be able to do that. It's just a dream. Well, guess what? Dreams come true. At one point, Speak Initiative was a dream. It took probably about 9 years for it to come to fruition, but it started with an idea, and an idea that would not die. an idea that it was something that was in my spirit since September of 2012, and it has not dissipated in any way, shape, or form. So this is why I'm here every week, and my team, and we work together to make sure that this dream that I have of helping other people through their mental health crisis through Speak Initiative can be realized, right? And I'm not unique. I'm not, anything special. I'm just Rachel Chenoa J. But I had a dream that I had to be true to myself to make come to fruition. And that also involves being honest with yourself, being honest with the people around you, allowing people to love on you, allowing people to care about you, allowing you yourself to receive the goodness, even in the crazy times and even in the dark times and even in the chaotic times, right? We have a choice that we can say, I'm still here. I'm still going to be good to myself. To thine own self be true. So, how does that look for you? Is it taking time to listen to a podcast? Is it taking time to read a new book? Is it taking a walk? Is it hanging out with your fur baby for an extra 30 minutes? Is it chanting? Is it meditating? Is it doing yoga? These are a lot of different things that we can do to alleviate stress, to give us a pause, because this is the empowered pause, but to also affirm who we are, the humans that we are. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, but this experience is supposed to be a full one, right? So I'm just here to encourage you to be true to yourself in any way that needs to look for you. If it's standing up for yourself, if it's speaking your truth, if it's talking about your dreams, if it's taking a nap because you need a nap, right? It could be anything, but this is self-care. This is the self-care that you need for us to be able to get through to the next step, to the next level, to the next plane. However that may look. It doesn't matter what you may believe in and what your spiritual beliefs or your religious beliefs are. We can agree that we are all here living and trying to do the best as we can. So again, I'm only here for a few minutes each Wednesday. I don't want to belabor the experience and just drone on. I'm sure if people are watching, we'll get some comments and we can have a more detailed conversation, maybe offline. If you want to drop anything in my inbox or in the speak message, you can do so. That the pages are monitored. We respond to any messages we get, any advice, any people who want to collaborate. If you would like to help out with Speak Initiative, you can also reach out to us as well. So thank you for being here this evening. To thine own self be true. Have a great week. Join us next Wednesday again right here at 7:15 p.m. Until then, take care.